somewhere. She's acting single. I'm drinking double. I hide my pain. I drown my troubles. My heart is breaking like the tiny bubbles. She's acting single. I'm drinking doubles. I went down to the Mary Carter paint store. I said, give me one of them Smith and Wesson Magnum 44s. 'Cause there's a man that the law let loose and justice was not done. This man he killed my wife and my only little son. I'll never forget the way he looked all through the trial. He had his big name lawyer, and he had that smirky smile. Oh yeah, he got you all on a technicality, but you have to grow wings and fly just to get away from me. 'Cause I got rights.
Well, this trip got cut just a little bit short. The decreased power engine light came on, so I had to pull into a cattle farmer's driveway and just reset the whole system. I just disconnected the battery, and then I was able to get back home over here to Lexington. But then I was looking online. Looks like it is a throttle sensor issue. So is one possible fix. A couple other possible fixes is the antifreeze. I noticed when I checked the engine it's low, so going to go in here and in Walmart and get some antifreeze. Anytime you do that, you want to make sure that you have the correct amount of antifreeze. If you're using 50-50 ratio, that's what you need to buy. You don't want to mix like different ratios or different colors as to what your vehicle's called for, because that could be bad. So this vehicle calls for 50-50, so that's what I'm going to get. And then also too, I've never changed the spark plug since I've had this truck. I love my truck, and you guys know here at Make Do, we drive them till they blow. I've had this truck for like 9 years. This is the first issue I've ever had with it. But I always change oil, always change brake pads. We stay on top of it because, you know, we go to some dangerous situations out in the middle of nowhere, and we have to have a vehicle that our trucks have to perform to the top level. So we have to change oil regularly. You want to change washer fluid, everything. Make sure your vehicle's up to par with everything, because if you get out in the middle of nowhere and something like this happens, you may be staying for a few nights. And then that's when, you know, you need to have your survival skills. So we're just going to get some antifreeze, pour it in, see how the engine behaves at that point. Still going to get the temperature sensor. Going to replace that with the spark plugs, and hopefully that takes care of it. So I actually turned around in the farmer's driveway. I wasn't going to risk going way out to Scott County Reservoir here in Kentucky, which is kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And then on top of that, they're giving snow. So I'd have been stranded out in the middle of nowhere with no cell phone service if something would have happened. So that wouldn't have been good. So let's get some antifreeze. Okay, so got my throttle control sensor and pop the top cover off of the engine. Okay guys, so got the intake manifold out of the way. Disconnected the terminal. Be sure you all disconnect the battery before doing this because you are dealing with electronic components. And I'm just going to pop these clips off. They can be a bear, so I ain't going to film all that. Anyway, you have to get a screwdriver in there and pop them off. We got a light hanging now, that way we can work on it. But if you look in here guys, you can see inside the throttle, inside the engine. Clamps removed, and let's see if it comes out. Should come out pretty easy. Just want to inspect everything, make sure everything's okay. And looks like it is. Don't want any corrosion. And this is the old throttle control sensor. So let's put the new throttle control sensor in. Here's the new throttle control sensor, and you just want to make sure that it's lined up the way this one was. And as you can see, it's a little off, so I'm just take a screwdriver and twist in there and line it up. So as you can see, I've lined this one up with the new one. Some of the guys on YouTube were doing it with inside the engine, but you don't have to do that. I just had to take the intake manifold off because it's totally in the way of the other YouTube videos I watched. So I just want to appreciate the guys for just putting those YouTube videos out there. Okay guys, so got the new one installed and just going to put in the clips. Probably not going to film myself doing the clips because everybody on YouTube had to bear with it, and I don't want to say some swear words that'll get us knocked down on YouTube. I want to keep it a family show. So I'm just going to put the clips on. Got 4 of the 6 clips in, and I'm glad I didn't film this. The guys on YouTube weren't kidding. This is a bear. The clips are the worst part. It's just rough engineering. Surely the engineers at GM could have figured out a little bit better method. Because it's really difficult. I've even had to modify some of the clips. So, well, the next 2 I didn't modify any of the 4, but it's on there rock solid. So, anyway, let's continue on. All right, guys, just started up, fixed the truck, put the throttle control sensor in. It was a little bit difficult. I had to take the intake manifold off, which was not easy. Didn't show me putting the clips on because I said a lot of swear words, and want to keep it family oriented. But as you can see now, the truck is idling perfect. Once you replace the throttle control sensor, you need to let it idle for a period of 3 minutes to make sure the computer has to calibrate itself. It's a lot like a laser, so it has to calibrate itself. Let it run for 3 minutes. If you're still having problems with the idle, shut it off. Wait 30 seconds, turn it back on, and then let it idle for another 3 minutes. But that was definitely the problem. I fixed the idle situation, and everything's good. So be sure you guys like and subscribe to our channel. We work really hard, and God bless.